This match will be the women's singles finals. Sara Miller has won the toss, and she'll be breaking the balls versus Bernie Storr. Bernie Storr won the hot seat, and so Sara's going to have to double dip her. And so we'll just call Sara Miss Double Dipper, because she's going to have to get that done if she wants to be first place and take home $625. Second place will settle for $400. Sara's won the toss. She'll be breaking the balls as she's just racked them. This is a race to 5 for Sara and a race to 6 for Bernie. In order to get to where Sara's gotten today, she just broke the balls nice and wide, but I have a feeling there's a drought and didn't make one. It's dry. In order for Sara to get to where she got, she started out, I believe, on Saturday with a bye. Then she defeated Nicole Wilson, Sofia Morquecho. She lost to Keitha Nelson and went over the one-loss side, and then defeated 5 straight matches: Jennifer Staggs, Sarah Sorg, Ebony Kelly, Tammy Hathcock, and Linda Asleson. Bernie had a little bit easier route since she has yet to get beat in this tournament. She started with a bye and defeated Dana Street, Gwen Kaiser, Jay Stucco, Keitha Nelson, and Linda Asleson. So that's their background for today. Bernie's been winning everything in sight, and Sara's been for some time now, and Sara's been holding her own no matter where she goes in most tournaments she plays in. So this should be a good match. She's getting the game on the wire. You can see the percentages as far as their Fargo rate. The 6-5 race, and Bernie is a 58%. The chances of her winning this match are 58%. Sara's are 42. Not too much difference, 16%, but reality. But they're both about 8% from the middle. So they're that game's going to be big, and Bernie has just missed their her first ball. So this brings Sara to the table with a smile, and they always know they're battling when these two meet. This is always a good match. Always a good match. First prize monies in the women's singles. There were 36 contestants. First prize is $625. Second is $400. Of course, third is $250, $150 for fourth, and $75 for fifth, sixth, $50 for seventh, eighth. There was 36 contestants. That means that 25% of the field was paid, and that ball hung up. She hit it just a little wide and caught the rail going in. Thus, hung up. The tables have tightened up from Thursday night to today. So that might have slid in on Thursday. It did not slide in today. It's not that the cloth is new. It's just different temperature variances. With more people in the room, things seem to change a little bit. It's just kind of empty, so they're dry, and they're going to catch it a little bit better. They're not going to slide. Usually when it's wet, they don't slide, but maybe that's what we have. It's a little cloudy outside and a little more humid, so probably the reason that ball stayed out. I don't think she's got a shot here. She put herself behind that 3 ball, and she's going to have to get herself out of that situation, because Sara has a ball hanging in the upper right-hand corner pocket. She might just pocket this ball for, well, she can't because she gives up the 11. So she's going to bank this ball, maybe? Yes, she is. She's going to attempt it. She's not going to bank it. Didn't make a ball for Sara. Sara comes to the table with a shot on the 1, position for the 3. She's got 1 ball tied up, that 4 ball. So she's got to get that out. I'm sorry, I take that back. Sara has the stripes. And it's early still. It's the first match of the day, so I got to get into the flow of things here. Sara has a stripe. She's hanging the 9 ball in the upper corner pocket. This 12 ball doesn't appear to go to the left-hand corner pocket. And she's got a cluster of balls around the side pocket. After making this 9 ball, she'll be able to deal with that and open things up to see if she can just run this table right out In her best scenario, she wouldn't let Bernie back to the table again. She wants to run this out, take the first game, and even out those Fargo ratings, and make sure these odds of her winning are much better, because whether they're bad or good, she has something to say about it. Her performance will dictate that. She's back cutting this 12 ball to the left-hand corner pocket, going right through it. This might not go in. Oh, it just kind of sat there like on a rainy day and scuffled its feet on the floor mat and said, "Okay, I'm going to come in." Wiped his feet, as you might say. That's an expression I hear used a lot when the ball sits there and hits the rail, both corners, like about 3 times before it falls in the pocket. Kind of leans and falls in. Long shot on this 14 ball. And she's missed it. She hasn't really left a lot, but she's left enough. But the only thing Bernie has is a back cut on this 7 ball to the right-hand corner pocket. I don't believe she can see the 1. Even with that angle, nice angle, Stephen. But in the booth, you have Stephen Kwan doing all the camera work and all the sound adjustments, and myself, I'm George Teyechea, just trying to give you options, strategies, and what I think the players might be doing. And by no means do I mean to correct or think my selections are better than theirs. They can see the angles. I can't. I can see some of the angles and some of the play, but they're at the table. They have to execute it. So I can suggest and just kind of fill in time, I guess you might say, by saying what I think might happen. They're the one that dictates results and actions. As I am 25 feet back, about 25 feet back from the table, and just sitting here watching, just like you are. But I'm flapping my gums and you're not. Bernie hasn't had an easy go of this. She really hasn't shown what she can do. And so she's given Sara some opportunities that she might not usually give her. She's got to go off this 4. It looks like she's going to try to just slide off this 3 ball and put the cue ball on the bottom rail, or hit the 14. Make the 14. There you go, and play her safe. Well thought out shot. She says, "I don't mind making a ball for you if you can't get to the other balls you have, so that I can run these 3 balls and make the 8. They both have 3 balls left on the table. Bernie's are in an advantageous position, and Sara is at a disadvantage right now. See, when she comes off this 13, she's going to disturb the 12 and the 1. So she has to predict where those balls move and where the cue ball is going to move to. Oh my. Oh my. What a shot. I'm not sure if Bernie can get by the corner of the side pocket to pocket this 4 ball. If she can, she'll be able to come down for this 3 ball and disturb the 1 to get a shot on it. But right now this... does it go, Stephen? You can't tell? Yeah. She's skewing it like she can see it, so she might catch this corner. It's tight. It's real tight. Oh, she had plenty of room. See? From up here, we're just blind. But those are the little angles and little intricacies that we really can't see from the booth. So sometimes I'll sit there and ramble on about what she might do, and out comes the shot, and they just fire right in because they were wide open. Got to move this 1 ball or get up for it. Well, I'm curious what she's going to do here. She's going to cut the ball. I think she wanted to come over further. Wow. I'm going to have to get a referee here if I'm Sara. This is going to be close to a bad hit. This is really close. She's going to hit the balls at the same time. Wow. The ball's round. We can't call it. They have to have a referee make any calls. This would be a great shot, folks. How to win game number 1 by Bernie Storr, and her book failed to print. She still left Sara in a pretty precarious position, but Sara can just cut this 12 ball on the side, go up table, pocket the play position for the 10, and follow the cue ball over to the right side of the table for the 13 on the left side corner pocket. She's got a nice angle for this, but she has to get a good angle on the 10 ball in order to get to the 13 ball. Right now, her main concern is, first and foremost, stay out of that corner pocket, because this is going to send her right towards it. Ouch. That's a big ouch. That's a big ouch. She had to draw that ball and catch the side rail, catch the head rail, and come towards the 10. And that actually would have given her a nice angle to get on the 13. But she didn't draw the ball. She kind of followed the ball thinking she was going to hit inside the head rail and come over. Big ouch. You hate to lose a game like that, especially the first one. But Bernie still has to get a good position on this 8 ball, and it's not a bad position, but she could have done much better had that ball traveled another 8 inches. She'd be straight in. This is a very makeable cut, but this does give up everything. It will give Sara a huge opportunity to run out, and both balls go to the side, so she has missed it. So Sara gets a second chance. Opportunity. She's going to jump out of this chair with a smile. She'll pocket this 10 ball, then play the 13 in the corner, then the 12 on the side, and the 8. This way she doesn't have to move anything around. Yeah. I would play the 13 first, because she could, because if she plays the 12 first, she could come underneath that 13 and not have an angle. Come up, come up, come up. Now, she doesn't travel the balls in the jaws. And here's her shot. Big opportunity for Sara to take the first game. Mistakes were made by both players. You might give that up to opening game's jitters. These guys will settle in. Sara takes the first game. 1 going to 5. As soon as this 8 ball drops. And of course it does. I had all the confidence in the world. That's why I said what I said. Both players are a little disappointed with their play, I'm sure, because you always feel like you could do better, you could do more, and you shouldn't have done this, and you shouldn't have done that, and how could you have done this? But it's just one game. Somebody has to win the first game, so that happened to be Sara. I expect a good match here. I really do. I think that both of these ladies will fight it out. Heck, half the time I think they might play on the same teams. They're well versed on each other's capabilities and game, so they know what to expect from each other, and what they always do get from each other is good sportsmanship. And again, Bernie's woes continue. She gets kissed into the side pocket on the break, pockets a stripe and the cue ball, and a stripe and a solid, so the table's wide open, and the solids look fabulous. She'll take this 3 ball and just run the table. She's got 5 balls all open in the upper part of the table after this 3 ball, and she should just proceed with ease. She's going to come back a little bit. She's going to come back a little bit more, but it doesn't really matter. She's got the 2 ball in the right-hand corner, the 5 ball in the left-hand corner, whatever she pleases. I would actually shoot the 5 ball right here. because if she uses the 5 ball as her out shot, it's a side pocket shot, and if she doesn't get the right angle on it, she'll have to travel the cue ball, which means it might come down underneath, and now she's got to travel the cue ball twice as far as she would. Her 1 ball should be the out shot. And by an out shot, I mean the ball that you pocket and try to get straight in on so you can just stop the cue ball and shoot the 8. So you see how good of an angle here, so it's there you go. You start bumping ball, see what's happened. She'd gone that with that 5 ball first, it might be a different scenario. Now she's actually in trouble. She's going to have to slide this ball, and it has not been sliding today in the corner pocket. Or she could just come off the 5 and make it in the side. Now, Sarah, when you look at this match, if there was a billiard there, I think there was a billiard there. I can't tell from here. I'm way up here. But it looked like you could have hit the 5 with a little bit of draw, and you would have made the 1 in the side. Okay, Stephen, my statistics expert, camera, statistics, audio, everything. He takes care of everything, folks. Just informed me that the reason for those percentages on the bottom there is Bernie's Fargo rating is at a 580, and Sarah's is at a 533. What that means is, with the data entered into the Fargo rating, their wins and losses in every match are taken into account. Who they play is also weighted. So they come up with a rating of 580. Give you an example. The top 10 in the world. The top 10 in the world range from about 840, I think it is, or 830, which would be a Chinese player, and then Shane, I believe, is number 2, Shane Van Boning. And they come down to right about 700. As far as Arizona ratings go, from about 650, 660 and up is a 10 rated player. From about, I would say 600 to 650 would be a 9. 550 to 6 probably be an 8. And along those lines. I'm not sure if 50 points is the difference, but I'm just guessing because at about 50 points you give up a game on the wire in a race to 5. And Bernie's going to try to make quick work of this. She'll pocket this 9 ball, kind of stop the cue ball there, play the 12, the 13, and the 8. Well, never mind. She's going to go this way. She's going to say, I want to shoot downhill, not uphill. Doesn't want that long shot for the 13. But pretty much the same, only she's going to be shooting, again, for you 8-ball players, taking your out shot, the ball before the 8, to a side pocket is dangerous. Because if you don't get the right angle, you're going to have to run the cue ball. She's going to have the right angle here because she's going to be real soft and come over. See? But you see how this cue ball is going to go away from the 8-ball now, which you don't want? You want to be able to take your out shot by stopping the last 2 shots. Stop, and you're straight in on the 8. You'll be much more successful doing that than traveling the cue ball. And we're tied, 1 apiece, as soon as she makes this ball. Steve's rocking out to the music. And we're tied at 1s. We've been here since Thursday night when Scotts Doubles started. Scotts Doubles, there was 32 teams. Then there was a 6 and under, Arizona 6 and under. There were 77 entrants. I believe that was won by Englehart. I forgot his first name. It's posted on Facebook with a nice picture of him. I could just bring up the bracket and take a look at that, tell you who the top finishers were. Let's do that. Well, Sara breaks the balls and makes one along with the cue ball. Yep, along with the cue ball. Ouch. Don't want to make the cue ball in the break, ladies and gentlemen. Stay out of the pocket. Pockets are made for object balls, not cue balls. You know what I mean? That's why there's 202.5 inches of rail on the table and 27 inches of pocket. Should be able to find the rails a lot more than the pockets unless you shoot into the pockets. So bang the rails with the cue ball and split the pocket with the object ball. You'd be much better off. That was Gary Englehart that won the 6s and unders, and he took home $875 for his win. Randall Moore was second place, so that worked out pretty good. Third place was Becky Onembo, and fourth place was Mike Penrod. Fifth, sixth, because they paid 25% of the field, was Paul Hannum and Rob Turner. Seventh, eighth, you had Melchor Leal and Philip Anderson. Even 9th and 12th got paid $65. And you had James Goodwin, Lawrence Ibarra, who they had a benefit tournament for on Saturday night. Had the Law of the Land Scotch triples. And then we had Marcy Thomas and Greg Battisto going home with $65, making their entry fees at least. So things were good. They were happy. This is pretty wide open. Sara's going to just make short work of this, I might say. She'll stun this ball with a little bit of low English, come over for the 5, get out for the 3, and the 8 in the side, and say, hello, I'm back. I never left. I'm still here. Get used to me. Watch me, because you're going to be in the chair a long time. Now she'll have the 1 ball on the side, the 5 ball, and then hello 3 ball and 8 ball. She's going to have to draw this ball straight back into the 9 and move the 9 because she doesn't have an angle to get out to the outside. Things changed here with just that little bit of an angle. Things changed, or little lack of an angle, excuse me. She didn't get there. That ball had to come back into the 9 ball and move the 9 ball out of the way for a shot on the 3. Then she could just slide over for the 8 in the right-hand side pocket. So you see how important the angles that you get are. An angle leads you to your next shot. And not only to your next shot, to the line of your next shot so you can get to the next shot. You want to play angle to angle to angle to angle to straight in on the 8. Actually, to straight in on the out ball and the 8. So you have stop shots at the end. An 8 ball, that's extremely important, especially on the 7-foot diamonds, because, you got tight quarters. You only got 3.5 feet by 7 to play on, and there's 15 balls, same as a 4.5 by 9. Nice try. She jumped the ball, executed that part, but now Bernie comes to a table with a completely wide open layout. Actually, I would start out here with the 10 ball, move up to the 11, come down for the 13 and the 14. And now, when you have a ball on each rail, you want to find a way to get to it without going across the table, but you want to go up and down the table. So you might want to use this ball on the foot rail to get to that other ball on the side rail. And it's exactly what she's doing, but look what she's done. There's no angle. She is now going to struggle to get this ball up. She has to fire it. Unless she wants to fire this 14 ball first. She's going to have to follow this with high English to get on the 10. And sometimes with this high English and being right here, that cue ball will grab the rail and slide right in. Not often, but sometimes. There, nicely done. She hit that really, really, really good. Steven liked that shot, didn't he? Almost. If she could if this 10 ball goes by, she'll just draw this back a little bit. She wants to get straight in on this 10 ball, so she can just stop it for the 8. You don't want to travel the cue ball. She did not get straight. Oh, I'm sorry. There's another ball at the top of the table. She's smarter than I am. She can see the table. I thought all she had left was a 10. Now you see, there's a perfect example why you don't listen to the commentator. I'd have been shooting the 10 ball, then the 8 ball, and Sarah would have jumped out of her chair and said, "You're an idiot. I just won that game." I'm easily amused, okay? Now see how she ensured herself of an angle to come back for this 8 ball. All important. Had she kept going, though, there was a pocket down there, so she wanted to make sure she could come straight down. You can play it 2 ways here. You can use high follow, play it to the left-hand side corner pocket, or you can use left follow. And you didn't want to go 2 rails. Although it's nice to go 2 rails because you control your cue ball better with 2 rails. You can control the speed off the second rail better than you can off the first, because you can kill it off the second rail, so you can use a little more stroke. I think she'll make this shot, but it's not something I'd want to be shooting when I could have been straight in. And Bernie takes the next game and takes a lead, 2-1. As she racks the balls, I'll continue with some of the other events we had here. We had the men's singles, 97 entrants, excuse me. And we'll see the finals of that. I believe it's going to be Tim Daniels and Nick DeLeon. Had a great hot seat match between Tim Daniels and Brian Begay. And then Brian was defeated, and Nick got back into the finals after winning 7 straight matches on the one-loss side. He won his first 2 matches on Friday night, excuse me. Or is it Saturday night? Well, he won his first 2 matches, then lost on a great shot by Oscar Lopez Sr., who goes by Ozzy, Mr. My Tequila Buddy. Anyway, he made a great shot to defeat Nick in a hill match, and then he rattled off 7 straight matches. Well, Tim has won 7 matches total. So Nick has been playing more than Tim has. That's what happens when you go to the one-loss side. You'll end up playing 2 or 3 more matches. Meanwhile, back at the ranch here in the arena, you have Bernie Storr and Sarah Miller faced off. She's broken the balls, made a solid, looks like the 3 ball. So she's looking right down the face of this 5 ball. It looks like she wants to take stripes. The only ball all the stripes are open, especially if she moves that one. We might see our first break and run. Her outshot is actually the 10 ball, but she might take it now. Tell you a good run. If she ran those 3 balls up on top first, then played the 13 in the side, and then the 10 ball, you can see how easy shape for the 8 ball would be. But she's going to come here now. She's going to have to travel the cue ball back to that area to get on the 8. And now look at this. She has a long shot up on top on either the 9 or the 14. Yeah, pick and choose your patterns. Even though the 10 ball looked like a problem ball, it was wide open, it was sweet, and it was a good outshot. That 13 leads right to it. That 9 ball leads right to that. So if you played the 11 and the 14, then the 9, they're all stop shots. This game gets real easy. It can look real easy, excuse me. But now you have to, get those angles that you want. and not leave balls hanging in the corner pockets like she did. Ouch. She didn't expect to miss that ball. But I'll tell you right now, she'd have been hard pressed to get good shape on this 8. Doesn't excuse the miss, but got to find a positive light in everything. Sara has this 2 ball. You know something, Sara? That 6-5 is not a bad shot. It's pretty close to the pocket. It's pretty easy. It beats the heck out of this cut. She'll probably play safe here. All she has to do is roll up to, well, never mind, I take that back because she can see the 11. Yeah, all she has to do is roll that 5 to the rail and put her up against the 6. Not tough. Mission accomplished. Get out your jump stick, Bernie. Or kick like a mule. Yeah, she can't see any ball, I believe. Stephen gave you some good camera work, and I missed it. I didn't say anything. I didn't address it. There you go. See, look at this. There's her shot. She's got to jump this ball for the 9 in the jaws. Now, had she hit the 14 into the 9, it would have been a good shot because she called the 9, and how it goes in doesn't matter as long as you call ball in pocket. So, she had some room for error, but not that much. And she's left Sara one heck of a safety shot. What do you do here? Well, what you do here is, I don't know. I really don't know. If I'm faced with this, I'm just going to say, good shot, my break. I'm just kidding. About the best thing she could possibly do in a perfect case scenario is kick this 1 ball on the bottom rail softly so it hits a rail, and she might have her hooked on that 11 ball down the rail, but that's an easy ball to masse and call the 9 again. So it really, and there's nothing offensive she can do. If you're a really, really good billiard player, and if you're a world-class billiard player, you'll hit the side rail, the bottom rail, the 1 ball, and sneak up under that 5. You see the shot from here? Perfect camera angle for that. Go to the second diamond on the left side, down to the 1, and up to the 5. If you can do that, you wouldn't be playing in this tournament. You'd be a world champion, and you'd be bored at a tournament like this. There's the one thing that I rarely do, because since I don't play 8-ball that much, she tied up her opponent's ball. She's not going to force her to find a way to open up that 13, and she doesn't have any balls in the area to do it with. She's going to try to do this now. I'm going to learn something here. Oh, I see. She's going to do it now off the ball. Excuse me. Now, see, I actually like going off that ball. I like going off the other ball. See that 14 by the 12? The 1-1 diamond off the rail there? Cut that ball into the 9, play the 9, and bring the cue ball into the 13 on top, because if you do it right, you're going to have a shot on that ball that was on the ball she just shot. And now she's going to try to do that again, but she doesn't have, she can't cue the ball the way she really wants to. And see, she tried to come back again and said, Sara, you get rid of it. I can't. And Sara will play this 6-ball, open up the 4, and let's see which ball she decides to try to get shape on. Will she play shape on the 7, or will she play shape on the 1-5? Actually, her better shot would be to come down here to the 5 ball, give herself an angle to go into the 4 ball, and open them up. But she's going to hit the 13 and the 4 at the same time from this angle. If she just puts a little bit of draw on it, she'll hit the top of the 4 ball, the bottom of the 13. I actually like that better than coming down to the 5, because she can really see exactly where she's going to hit. She's going to play safe. You still have to deal with it. You can have ball in hand. This is the best time to deal with it. And that ball could provide you with a shot in case you don't break him outright. If she's left her opponent a chance to move this 13 ball, well, really it doesn't matter, because she's going to have to break it out anyway. She's trying to play the 13 in the side pocket. She can see that much of it, huh? When you got ball in hand, take care of business. Wow. And that's exactly why. When you have ball in hand, take care of business. I just hate, no matter what, safety, whatever, I hate playing safety and give when I think I could run out, and give my opponent a chance back at the table. Years and years and years ago, many years ago, down in Tucson, Arizona, there was a player that would play all the, he played everybody locally. He just beat everybody because he would just play safe and leave low percentage shots. And back then, we used to get quite a few road players coming through Tucson. Anyway, every road player that came in would just beat this guy to death because he'd play these safeties, and they would do something like that. Just kick out of it, make a great shot, make a good shot, and he'd sit there and wonder, why do these guys always beat me? And back then I would tell him, you play safe too much. You prefer to play safe than run out. When it's there, do it. The more you let your opponent to the table, the better chance they have of beating you. They can't beat you out of the chair. They just can't. All they can do is watch and rack. 8 ball, corner pocket, and a game that should have been Sara's is now Bernie's. Two-game swing, guys. Two-game swing. Instead of 2-2, it is now 3-1. So now you see how big that little missed opportunity is. These are decisions. I'm not saying she did the wrong thing. I'm not saying she did the right thing, or mine was the right thing. It's just the way things. Hindsight is 20/20. It never fails to tell you what went wrong or what happened. But she gave Bernie a chance to make a great shot, and Bernie did. She didn't intend to. She intended to just cover that ball up, dead. But intentions, there's an old saying I remember from way back when. And hell is half full of good intentions. Commercial break. Okay, as you can see, the ladies are getting back into the arena. And Sara said, I got to fix my head. I'm going to walk out for a little bit, and I'll be right back. So, and Bernie walked out at the same time. So with Sara back in, I believe it's her break since she racked the balls. She'll wait for Bernie before she breaks them. Sara's trailing 1-3. And actually, Sara had opportunity to win both the last two games that Bernie won. That's tough to handle in your mind. So that's why she walked away. Smart thing to do is walk away and kind of regroup, relax. Don't let things play in your mind. So it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. Breathe deep. And Bernie's putting her in the stall here. Okay. Keep in mind there was 36 women. These ladies are playing for a difference of $225. Hold on a second. Magic rack. Thank you, young lady. Someone left their magic rack here last night. It's got a kink in it. I don't think it makes any difference. Oh, it's a CSI PlayCSIPool.com magic rack. Something to look very and travel well in my pool case. I'm just kidding. It'll stay here. Steven, play CSI magic rack. Do you guys have those somewhere? Do you guys keep those? Oh, then good, that's mine. It might be a player's. If somebody comes up and says, did someone turn in a magic rack? Sarah Miller did. It's a 10-ball magic rack, 10-ball, 9-ball magic rack. So, we're still waiting on Bernie to come back in. Meanwhile, there's a view of the rest of the room. There's still some team play over on the left, as we'll be showing you guys on the stream table. Nothing but the finals, I believe, of the men's team, women's team, the Scotts doubles. This is the women's final, and we'll have Tim Daniels and Nick DeLeon coming up. Wow, Bernie's got breakfast here. She's got a couple of. Look at this. She brought Sara a Bloody Mary. And what are we, stepchildren? Stephen, go get us a couple of Bloody Marys. Yeah, Sara will be breaking, trailing 1-3. Let's go back to work. Sunday morning. It's almost noon, isn't it? And wide open break and 0 zip, nada on the break. For those of you that don't speak Spanish, nada means nothing. When someone says, "What are you doing?" you say, "Nada." And if they don't speak Spanish, they're going to look at you like you're weird. Say what? And if you say it to me, I'm going to say, well, get to work. What does she have available? She has a combo. And she has a 9-ball in the side pocket. I think so. A 9-ball on the side. I don't think she can play the 11 in the corner off the 2. And the 13 in the corner. So she's taking the 9 in the side. And fails to execute it. This brings Sara to the table. The table's still open. Nothing was made. There's 7 stripes and 7 solids left on the table, along with the cue ball and the 8-ball. Sara's looking at this saying, okay, if I want stripes and I want to open this up, how can I do it? Which, it's the only problem ball. The 11 and the 3 are the only problem balls. And if she could open them up now, it would be nice. I'm not sure she can make that combo. Now, Bernie might have tried, since she wanted stripes, she could have played the 2-ball into the 11, opened that up and pocketed the 11, but I'm not sure it goes. You see how it's going to hit the 3-ball and the 11 at the same time? And that 11 might just catch that corner of the pocket and hang up. So, had she sent the 2-ball after it, more than likely the 2-ball would have pushed it back in, but having those 3 balls there means there's 3 balls tied up. The 8-ball, neither player's running out until those balls are moved. But I'd rather have stripes, so that when I move them, I'm going to have a shot. Instead of, I'm going to hope for a shot if I move them, because 3-ball might not leave a shot, stay in a position to be made. Ball. Oh, what a nice breakout. Nice shot. Shot of the match so far. We'll see better. Maybe, maybe not. That was a good shot. She opened it up just perfectly. Look how nice she stayed there. She hit it crisp, clean, and I'll use that word again. Perfect. She doesn't want to play the 11, but it's the right thing to do. Play the 11, go to the left side on the middle diamond for the 12-13. Just like that. See, Sara knows what she's doing. She's only leading you believe she doesn't. She could play the 9-ball, get the 10 and the 14, and then come back for that 13, 12, and then the 8. I actually like that, because she could just play this 9-ball with high English. She's probably going to hit the... Oh, wait a minute. That 10 doesn't go by. So she'd have to play a combo. All right. Take the cue ball into the 1. Play off the 1. That's still going to leave you a little work to do on that 10 ball, though. Yeah, those balls don't go up there. What was that? What are you playing with over that's making that noise? Okay. Steven's playing like he's in the Australian bush and he wants to be a bushman. He's clicking away. Ouch. Again. Now, Sara, I've seen you make that shot hundreds of times. I'm surprised you missed it there. And so are you. But stuff happens. She may have been trying to hit that ball because of the way the 14 and the 10 lie. Sometimes when you have shots like that, you might, look, I would have played the shot she played. And again, I'm not saying she was right, she was wrong. I'm just saying I would have played that shot. I liked it. I like taking care of the 3 balls up on top, coming back for this 11, 12, and the 8. Because your outside is either the 12 or the 11. Instead, Bernie is going to go to work here, and she's going to bring this back a little bit. She'll probably play the 7 in the side, the 3 in the corner, the 4 in the corner. I'm sorry, the 5 in the corner. She's going to go to the rail and come back to the middle. A little bit more, please. More, please. Now she has to run it. She didn't get out far enough. And that happens with speed. This is why you want your cue ball traveling to your object ball in the line of where it's going to go. Let's say that the 5 ball is going to go in that left-hand corner pocket. Ideally, you would want the cue ball traveling from the second diamond on the right, from the side rail at the bottom, towards that ball. Or coming out like the corner pocket on the bottom right, towards that 5 ball. That way, with speed, if your speed's off a foot, if it's off 3 feet, you still have a straight-in shot. And that's just the example. Now, Bernie's going to play this ball first. And she has to be very careful to make sure she doesn't get behind those two stripes. I would be drawing this ball, not following it. Is that what you were doing? Okay. Well, opportunity for Sara, big opportunity. Even though the 8-ball's blocked, it's still an opportunity for Sara because she should not have come to the table. She just shouldn't have. That 3-ball, Bernie should have used a little bit of draw on that ball. Even if she got on the left side of the 4, she could have gone to the head rail and slid back down. There was plenty of space to maneuver. And Sara executes that perfectly. Now for the 9, then get a good angle on this 14, and then the 10-ball, and then the 13 with a little bit of an angle to slide to the corner pocket and go into the 3 or just hit it with perfect speed. But that's the way I would play this rack. She could actually angle to go try to get into the 10. Easy, easy, easy. She's so perfect. She's going to want the cue ball on the left side of the 13. And that's what she's looking at now. She's going to play this 14, the 10, and if you could bring the 10 ball straight down towards the 13, that's where you would want the cue ball. So you can just kind of stun the 13 and slide down to that first diamond by the right-hand corner pocket. Now she's going to go across the line. She's going to cross the line. Now she has to travel the cue ball over. Much harder shot. She could nibble the 4 and ruin everything, although with high English she shouldn't. But she does have to come around or come down for it, or she just might choose to play the 8-ball following the 3. Yeah, she didn't. She tried to get down there. Yeah, she's got to play. She's going to play the 8-ball. She played short rail shape. She had more room on the other side, but she played short rail shape, whether intentionally or not. And she has a shot to win this game and bring it and close the gap to 3-2. And since Sara is right at my, just in front of me here, I have to be quiet. Just make the ball. Be aware that you might come across and possibly be aware of the left-hand corner pocket. Overcut it. Sara, this is game number 3. You could have won. The score could easily be 4-1. It is 3-1. It could easily have been 4-1. This is the 3rd game she gives her. Or, I take that back. This is the 3rd game that she had opportunities to win. How's that? Because she didn't give her the shots. Bernie executed them and won. So. Four to 1 in this women's finals.
I'm going to put the camera on you.
Oh, what are you going to do that for?
You can introduce yourself.
Hi, guys.
Hold on. There you go.
Hi, I'm George Teyechea, and there you have Stephen Kwan, Mr. Quiet over there, and you finally heard him speak.
It's the only time.
This the good voice, huh? You know, chime in there and tell him what a good voice he has. Good job. Let me adjust this. So there you go. Okay, now you can put the well, now you know who's been shooting his mouth off for the past 4 days. If you've been with us that long. Starting Thursday night, I've been sitting here kind of rambling along, dissecting some of these people, having fun with others, probably ticking off others. And actually, we've had a good time. And I think those that have come in, we've had some good times with some of the people in here. We had a quick appearance by Nick DeLeon, who stepped in the booth and sat in for a little bit. And probably like to get him in again. He was fun. 'Cause I don't like to do all the talking. I'd rather have somebody in here with me. Well, Steven's here, but he didn't say anything. He just sits there and laughs at some of my stupid comments. I was going to say stupid jokes, but no, they're just stupid comments. Bernie's broken them up, and she made 2 stripes, I believe. The 13 and the 12? No, the 13 and the 10. And the only shot she really has is that 9-ball up tabled or in the side. Up to the right or in the side pocket. She's going to end up with a shot over there. Let's see what she's going to have. Either she'll be banking this ball or cutting it. I think, well, she's over a ball. Oh, she's got a combo. No, she doesn't. She's banking the ball. We're having a discussion about something on the shot. I'm not sure what it is. I missed it. I was actually conferring with Steven on these out of line, well, they're not out of line, Fargo rates. Bernie, a 90% favorite from this position. Well, she needs 2 games. Sara needs 4. There's your ball in hand. And now, I'm going to assume that Sara is leaving the 1 ball for her out shot, which means that the 3 ball would come next to that, so she's going to follow this ball to get on the 2 and the 6, kind of like that. 2, then the 6. She could actually play the 5 ball right here, but yeah, actually she'd probably be better off playing the 5 ball right here, because now she's going to have to come back to it to get to the 3. Otherwise, she could have just stopped the 5, then played that 2, gone there, down to the 3, then the 1, and then the 8. But either way, but now she's going to have to work. She got straight in here, so there's no angle. She's going to have to work a little bit to cheat the pocket and come around. There you go. Come down, come down, come down. Perfect. She'll play the 5, come back over a little lower than what she is now. She wants to come off that rail straight across, and she'd like to get straight in for either side pocket. More than likely it'll be the one on the left. She's not straight in. That's the problem with playing to side pockets. If you don't get just right, you're going to have to travel the cue ball. Now, where's your cue ball headed? Right into the 1 or into the 13? Trouble. This is actually trouble. It looks simple, but it's trouble. She wanted to travel that cue ball right at the side pocket on the right. And whenever players are doing that, they don't like it. In the back of your mind, you don't like it. I mean, you're so conscious of your speed. 95% of the time, you're going to come up short speed-wise. If she bumps the 11 like that, she'll have a shot on the 1 like that. Very well done. And there was she knew where she was bumping and she had a good idea, but you still, even when you have the good ideas and you think you're doing it right, sometimes that little bump doesn't quite work out. Sara. I'm going to get her a red suit, a beard, and white hair. Oh, wait, this is in December. Because she's giving this match away.
Oh.
Who gives things away in December? Come on, Steve. You can think of this one. Who is it? They call him Jolly Old Saint what?
Saint Nick.
There you go. We actually have Steven talking. He has said more than 3 words. I just want to bet with Ozzy for $100. He bet me $100 I couldn't make him talk.
No, you didn't.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
They don't know that.
Easy money.
That's right. No, it wasn't. It took all weekend.
Yeah, you're right.
So, meanwhile, Bernie is going right after this. She says, "You're giving, I'm taking." She'll probably just draw this a couple of inches, or just stop it and then play this. Yeah, she'll just stop it and play the 14 in the upper right-hand corner. Let's see what she wants to do here. That's probably the best option. She could try to draw it back and get a perfect angle for the side pocket, which would be better. But or she could just play the ball to the side pocket, hit the bottom rail, and come up. But that's a severe angle right now. Yeah, she just wants to kind of put just a hair of draw on this ball and lay it on the diamond. Just lay it right there on the diamond and shoot in the side or corner. Right there. That's all it takes. And now you just pocket this ball with low English, and you're going to be perfect on the 8 for game number 5 for a 5-1 lead. It is the 6th game. Steve, how would you feel about making this ball? Feel confident?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So does she. And she's straight in on the 8 to take a 5-1 lead and erase the 6 for her. And in all honesty, oh, no, it's not game number 6. Up jumped the devil. Up jumped the devil. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. Hello. Isn't that Joss?
You jinxed her.
I jinxed her? Oh, blame it on me. She couldn't hear me, number 1. I'm not at the table, number 2. And I was sharking her enough on Saturday night. Remember that? During the Scotch triples, I was having fun with Bernie's team. Bernie was playing with Nick DeLeon and another young lady. And they were called Nick's Chicks versus Power One Pocket. Scott Frost, Lawrence Ibarra, and his brother. And Sara, nice job. That wasn't a gimme, guys, by the way. That was a long straight-in shot. And her other option was to cut it in the side and send the cue ball at the 8. So she's made a good shot, good recovery shot. And she's back on the board. She's closing the gap. Now she needs 3 games, and Bernie needs 2. See how big that game is? See how big those missed shots are? So Sarah's given away 3 games, and Bernie just gave 1 back. Actually, she's given away 4 games, although she got the win here. But Bernie just gave that 1 back. She says, "You know, Sara, I really don't need it. Go ahead and take that one. Let's play. Why don't you spot me a game on the wire to 3, excuse me." So Sara needs 3. Bernie needs 2. And she can't find the rack. What do you do with the rack? Oh no, the rack's there. They're looking for a ball. No, they're not. What's going on? Nothing now. They're complete. The rack just looked over at Sara and she said, "Oh, you complete me." Little Jerry Maguire humor, okay? Sorry. Sarah's going to fix her hair for you guys, so she'll have a good ponytail. And keep it out of the way. It's actually a very smart thing to do. Keeps the hair out of the way when you're playing. You know, when you get long hair. Never had it, but you get long hair. Keeps it out of the way. Now, keep in mind, Sarah's played more matches than Bernie has. She may be tired. She started out with a bye. Nicole Wilson, Sofia Morquecho, She lost to Keitha Nelson. Won against Jennifer Stagg, Sarah Sorg, Ebony Kelly, Tammy Hathcock, Linda Estelson. Bernie, on the other hand, started out with a bye also. And she defeated Dana Street, Gwen Kaiser, Jay Stucco, Keitha Nelson, and Linda Asleson. So they both defeated Linda Asleson late in the tournament, their very last match. In fact, both women, Bernie and Sarah, his last match was Linda Asleson. I hope you have had that on recorded the whole time. Thank you. Well, Sarah broke the balls, made a stripe, and the table is open. The 9 ball and the 11 on the left side are tied up as far as stripes go. Other than that, the stripes look pretty good. As far as solids go, the 5 ball is tied up. Everything else can be maneuvered around to, find a home for it and store it in the pocket. She's taking the solids, excuse me. She's going to have to contend with the 5 ball at one time or another. I would do it now. See the 6 ball? Or the 7 ball right in the jaws of the side? I would hit that with left low English, slide down for the 5, move it, and have a shot of the 3. So you take the hard shot first and open things up for easier feeding. And see, this is her this 3 ball is her safety valve shot when she breaks out the 5. She can come down and break it out and move it to a better place and have a shot on the 3 and then go to the 5. But now she's got to get rid of her safety valve. So when and if she does move that 5 ball from the 6, she's not guaranteed a shot. Sarah Miller wants that $625. Steven wants his $10 back. Oh, $625. I'm sorry. I'll give you a chance at it, Steven. I'll give you 3 games of 10. 9 ball for $625. He's shaking his head no. I'll give you 5 games to 10. You want 7 games to 10. What if I did it? Would you play? You would play. You do it for 100? Or you want to do it for 600? Oh, so $6. I think I'm going to teach him a lesson and give him the 7 games to 10 for $6. Well, here she's going after this 5 ball, I think. See? Had the 3 ball been there, guess what? She would have had a shot. 3 ball was on the first diamond there, about just a little to the left of this 10. But she didn't break the 5 ball out completely. I would attempt to pocket this 4 ball on the side, slide over just a little bit to the left, play the 5 into the rail, into the 14, and draw the cue ball up for the 1 just a hair. That's about all you really have. I don't really see a safety here. It's too late in the game. She's got 6 balls to, try to play safe against. This is actually, she just got perfect for this. Absolutely perfect. Now just, She could fire it and just draw this ball straight back to the to the upper right-hand corner pocket, because that's exactly how she's lined up, and that's her exact line to get out of there. And play the one ball on the side, because she's not going to be able to hold it inside. She's just not going to. Not with this angle that she has to hit it. She has to hit the right side of the 5, which she can bring the cue ball back. But if she goes and tries to hold it there, it's going to move a little bit to the right, and the 9 ball is going to get her. Dig down, Sara. You can do this. You have the stroke. I'm rooting for Sara in this game so we can have more games, guys, and you guys get to watch more. This is a good match, even though there's been some mistakes made. This is a good match. This is a women's singles 2015 Southwest Regionals put on by CueSports International at the Wekopa Resort and Conference Center. Look at this shot, but now look at the one ball. Yeah, see, she couldn't hold it inside. She just couldn't hold it. I do believe the 9 ball's got her, so she might have to bend it with English. It is possible. A lot of right-hand English and kind of guesstimating the. Oh, I see what she's trying to do. She's going to go off. She's going to go rail first, and actually, this works very, very well. Where's me? She just out me. How about that? Good for you, Sara. I like this rail first shot. If she hits, see where she's aiming right there? She wants to go rail first. She's going to want to hit about 3 inches this side of that corner in that side pocket. Actually, further up than that, maybe 4 inches. And she'll make the ball in the upper left-hand corner with perfect shape on the side. This would be a beautiful shot. But instead, great thinking. She had her thinking camp up, and she came up with the correct shot. Except, those shots, there's actually, I think they call it the mirror system. And what you actually do is you measure the space on the outside of the ball. In other words, the outside of the ball from the rail. And not to the rail, but to the back of the rail. And then you take that space and just turn your fingers down and, move it towards the cue ball, put it on the rail, and that's where you have to hit. You aim at the ball on the left side of the rail. In other words, against where the diamond is. You aim there, and the thing about it, it's a guide. It's not precise because, newness of the cloth varies, humidity varies, slide varies. So, especially when you hit it with center English like that, it can slide a little bit on new cloth. It's almost impossible to guesstimate. And at best, that's exactly what it is. It's a guesstimate, unless the ball is closer to the rail. Meanwhile, Bernie's running out. To take a 5-2 lead. Sara, I'm still impressed with that shot on that one and how you attempted the shot. It was awesome. You think she can hold a cue ball there? Steven says yes. Got a reaction out of Steven. He goes, "Ooh, that almost hung up." Now you just pocket this ball for a 5-2 lead. She missed an easier shot earlier on the save ball. Remember? It was easier than this. And as you can see her taking more time on the shot, she remembers it well. So she took another step over there to say, I'm not going to let it happen again. I did it once. It ain't going to happen again. And for a 5-2 lead, going to 6, Bernie Storr. Okay, in the back, Steven just put the camera on Ozzie Reynolds, general manager for CSI, and he's playing Jude. I forget what's Jude's last name? Well, Jude does he's a shaft master, cue repair work, and he also cellulite. He repairs cues, tip work. They're playing, and they're always barking at each other to want to play for 1,000 a set, and all we hear is barking. Of course, Jude wants to play when the conditions are right. He's getting the 4 out in the breaks. So there's somebody relaxing a little bit and having some fun. There's also some team play over on the left side that you saw. That's Jude right behind Sara. That's Jude. See if I can get you Jude's last name. I don't think you need it, but you see him in Vegas. You see him at the regionals. I believe he was at the Tucson warm-ups, or the national warm-ups in Tucson, Arizona this past May. He comes to this one. I believe he does anything in Southern California. I know he does Las Vegas. He likes to travel around and get out of the house and set up shop where he feels he can provide a service and sell a lathe. Nice little lathe, excellent for cue repair. Shaftmaster. It's online. Let me see if I can get it online. Yeah, there it is. And actually, there's a picture of Jude on the website. Cue lathes, Cue displays. If you have any questions, contact me. How can I help you? For contact, he's in Vegas, BCA national teams, Vegas APA national teams, Reno Bar Table national championships. I'm going to charge him for this advertising. Pool cues for sale. He buys and sells trades. Balabushka, Blackboard, Gina Q, Tad, Zambodi, Sean, Scruggs, Stroud, Schick. His Shaftmaster lathe is made in the USA. Got his phone number on there. Shaftmaster.com. Meanwhile, Bernie broke the... did Sara break the balls? Dry? This table has not yielded too many balls on the break, I'm telling you. I would venture to guess that if we go back to all the recordings of the matches that we recorded over the weekend, or the past 5 days, or 4 days, there's been more dry racks than wet racks where balls made. I can tell you one thing. Table breaks nice for 9 ball. This table, I said, breaks. I didn't lose any. But, and Bernie is taking the stripes. She got a little tight. She got up against that 6 ball. And I believe, unless barring a great shot by Bernie here on this kick shot, Sara will come to the table with a completely open table except for the 8. The 8 ball's tied up with 2 stripes. A little harder, and oops, no ball in hand. The ball got a rail. A little harder, she makes that 12 ball. Should have made it off the ball, but it would have gone in nonetheless. Women's final, Southwest Regionals. It's the best field they've had in 3 years. There was 97 men contestants, men's singles, 36 women's singles players. There was 32 teams in the men's division. There was 10 teams in the women's division. 32 Scotch double teams. That's 64 people. There were 77 Arizona 6 and under players. I guess we had a good team win over there, as you could hear the noise in the background. Looks like a Phoenix team from Stingers won it against, I'm not sure who the gentlemen are. Must have been a Vegas team. There was a Vegas team, but that's not them. That might be a different team from Southern Cal. We had teams, we had people here from Southern California, Las Vegas, Farmington, New Mexico, Phoenix, Arizona, and we had one player travel, actually settled for 4th place in the men's singles 2 years in a row. I believe that was Clay Dorrell, yeah, from Western Oklahoma. Nice guy. I got a chance to talk to him, and he says, I come out here, you guys play good, you don't miss any shots. I said, well, practice and come back and see us. But the player, he plays pretty good too, because he took 4th place 2 years in a row. Sara got back to the table. She has the solids, and up in the upper right-hand corner, there's 4 of them clustered. Again, there's a 5 ball, and it would break out real nice right here off this 3 ball, except that look how she's cueing. Look how she's cueing. She's going to have to run down to it from another ball. I don't mind this ball at all. If she can pocket this 7 ball, it's tight, but softly, and leave, well, that's a tough shot. I was going to say, leave the cue ball there. She can cut the 1 ball in the side pocket and come down and break to 5. But you know how small that side pocket is? It's a small target. So it's too difficult of a shot. I get these bright ideas, and sometimes when I'm playing, I go for them. And I'll leave myself some low percentage shots and then wonder, well, why didn't I make it? Well, you have yourself a shot that'll go once in 10. Because you're an idiot. Play percentages. This is a tight shot. Nice shot. Now you see what I mean about, actually she got down too low for it. But she can play it in the corner pocket, but she doesn't have an angle. It doesn't have an angle to open up to 5. The only ball she can probably open up to 5 with is the 2 ball. Or the 2 ball would be the best shot. But see that 14 kind of guards it. She'll probably run into the 14, probably scratch. So it's tough. Now she's moved her shot. She can move it here. She can run this cue ball straight down. She has to make sure she misses the 6 and catch the 13. It's a gamble. It's a risk. You want to win? I don't think the 5 ball goes. Does the 5 ball go, Steve? Past the 13? No, yeah, it doesn't go. It's tied up. So she's got to move it. What other opportunity will she have to move it? She could get a good angle off the deuce and draw into it. So let's see what she decides to do and how she decides to do it. Hi, cutie. She's gotten the 7 ball. I guess she's going to try to get to that 5 ball from there. Well, the reason I like leaving the 6 ball there and hitting the 13, insurance, safety valve. That's my next shot. That or the 1 would have been my next shot. In case I hit the 13 and slide down further to the right and the 14 hooks me for the 6, my safety valve would have been the 1 and the 6. And she's got these 4 balls in the 8 for the match. She can't cue. Shoot the 14 in the right-hand corner pocket, Bernie. Or shoot the 11 ball. You can cue the 11. Shoot the 11. That's what she's doing. Can these girls hear me? This is a left-handed replay for Sara. And by that I mean she's got 4 balls to make, but look where she has to land the cue ball. How do you get there, folks? You tell me. Do you use the 5? I would not. I'd use the 1 to get there, or I would use the 2 or the 6 to get there. Depending what ball is left hanging, I would use that. Because I would just pretty much try to scratch in the corner pocket. And I've got a ball sitting there, so if my speed's good, it's not going to follow it in. And I'm going to have a straight-in shot on the 8. And how many times do you pocket that 2 ball? Because it's going to be left, right where right about where the 7 ball is now. How many times do you pocket that ball and have an opportunity to scratch down there? The other thing she could do is leave herself straight in on the 1 ball for that corner, upper right-hand corner, and draw it back, or leave herself in the side pocket, kind of just a little off angle, and follow it down. She wants to find a way to get down here, but how'd that ball end up way over there? Well, high English, Sara. Straight high English. Follow the ball down to the bottom rail, and up for the 1. Up you go. There you go. Now you want an angle, so go ahead and stun this ball with center. Hit the rail and come off just a little bit, and you can come down 2 ways. You can come down 1 rail or 2. You follow 2 rails with left-hand English, and you'll come right down to this 11 ball for a shape on the 8 in the left-hand corner pocket. Go to the rail off this ball. Hit it with a sweet stroke. Don't be afraid of this ball. Hit it with a sweet stroke, not soft. There you go. Hit this ball at about 10 o'clock. Pretend your cue ball is a clock and hit it at 10 o'clock with a good stroke. Get it down here. Bring it down. Needed more English than that, sweetheart. If you hit that ball, when you're at home and when you're practicing, set that up. Hit it with, a good stroke, a lot of left English. You can spin that ball right into the second diamond. I guarantee you can put that ball in the second diamond. From the bottom right-hand corner pocket. On the side rail. You'll come in at that angle. She just didn't put enough left-hand English on the ball. I don't think. Could be wrong. Want me to try it afterwards, Stephen? My cue stick's not here, though. I don't have a cue. It's in the room. No, tell me online. What you speak to us again. Come on.
You can play with the bridge.
I can't spin that ball with a broomstick, okay? It won't take the English. And there's Brett Baker, referee, pool table setter, pool table taker down. Him and Rick Jones and the Bad Boy production crew are responsible for putting this room together the way you see it. They do a great job. They did a fantastic job in Tucson, Arizona at Casino del Sol. They've done a fantastic job here at the Wecopa Resort and Conference Center. And they do a great job every place they go for these regional tournaments. And they do a fantastic job in Las Vegas for the Nationals. They set up close to 300 pool tables for the Nationals in Las Vegas. And then they referee. These guys work long hours. They really do. He was here. He's been here every night till pretty close to 2 o'clock in the morning. A minimum 12, 13-hour day for your playing pleasure. He'll referee your shots. He'll handle questions at the desk. Of course, when they set up, he sets up tables. He'll take them all down in about a few hours. In 3 or 4 hours probably, they'll start taking some of these, clearing off some of these tables and putting them away. We should be done this evening by about 7 or 8 o'clock, unless one of the teams in the finals has to double dip. And in that case, that adds 2 hours to everything. And I'll be home at midnight, not 10 o'clock. Tough road here, Sarah, tough road. 2-rail kick. Go to the side rail, the other side rail, and over again. Hit right between the second and third diamond with high English. This isn't going to do it. It's too far out. The ball's too far out. She's going to just try to lay it on top of it. Yeah. You were too far out, Sarah. A shot like that you got to go for. She'll draw this ball, play the 9 ball in the same pocket. And she's left herself pretty straight in. But her next object ball is pretty close to the quarter pocket. And I don't want to say it's a hanger, but it is 7 feet away, but real close to the pocket. And I don't foresee Bernie missing this ball. Oh, worst case scenario is she hits it hard trying to come down, she'll scratch on the side. But that's not going to happen. She's using dead center English. She's using a hair. Oh, there's a scratch in the corner, though. And she gave everybody a thrill because she got both corners. This is for the match. Women's singles championship on the line right here, this 8-ball, and there it is. Bernie Storr, your women's singles championship for the 2015 Southwest Regionals. Sarah Miller, first runner-up. Sarah takes home $400 for that match, or for that tournament, for this tournament, and Bernie gets $625. Congratulations, Bernie. Congratulations, Sarah, for getting there. Next match will probably be at 1 o'clock. Very, very soon.